Everybody, once again, it's me, Jay Real, and I got yet another Temu package in. This one isn't as big as the last one, but there's still some cool stuff I think I can show off that I think some of you folks will find cool. More wall art. Most of it is wall art. There's a couple of clothes related items. Most of it is wall art because I'm not going to try to turn the laptop to show you I got on the wall. But what have I got? War of the Worlds, The Exorcist. I've got the I Want to Believe poster from the X Files. Let's see, Mountain Dew, Psycho, Creep Show. There's a David Bowie kind of artwork. Pink Floyd, The Wall, the movie. I've got Blues Brothers and Pepsi Cola and Dr. Pepper and Jaws, my favorite movie, Jaws. The Thing, John Carpenter's The Thing, Christine, and Evil Dead. I believe that pretty much covers what I've got on the wall right now. And all that's come from Temu. And some of it is canvas posters, and some of it is actually metal tin signs. Tin signs, movie posters and stuff, and advertisements for like I say, Pepsi Cola, Dr. Pepper, Mountain Dew, things I grew up drinking, and just cool stuff to put on the wall. Because that's been kind of my what I've been after here lately is to decorate my bare wall, particularly where I have my television in front of me here and on the wall behind that. And yeah, so I got some more things in today. Like I say, not as voluminous as the last package, but I got some cool stuff to show off. And what's going on as far as with me? Not a whole lot. I went with my friends Tim and Melissa to Walmart today and bought a new Keurig because my damn Keurig broke this morning. It just died. I've had it less than a year. And I got the extended warranty on it from Walmart. But when I went to go try to fill that out, it said, well, this is still under the manufacturer's warranty because it's under a year. And I'm like, shit, I'm not going to go through all that trouble to try to get the manufacturer's warranty, to cover it. Stuff like that is just makes you want to just open your wrist, It's so frustrating to try to get something like that done. And they're like $50. So I just went to Walmart, thanks to Melissa and Tim, and got another Keurig. Oh, and I had one. I had another one, an old one, but here's the new one in the box, still in the box. But I had an old one, but it still works. So I'm using the old Keurig now. And I buy the cheapest model there is. Just, single cup brewer. I think it makes up the 10 ounces at a time, that kind of thing. But I'm all about my Keurig, my coffee in the morning, because I'm really naturally hyperactive, so I don't need to be drinking coffee beyond the morning. But in the morning, I drink 2 pods in my big carafe thing. And yeah, so I've got a new Keurig, but I might not even turn the new Keurig on, because right now I've got the old Keurig that's working. So there you go. That's my life. About that about covers what's going on new with me. Kamala Harris has announced her running mate, Tim Walz. I don't know who that is. I don't understand politics, so I'm not going to talk politics. But anyway, Kamala Harris has a running mate now, and running against Trump, and so we'll see what happens. One of them is going to win before all this is over. So, whoever side you're on, I hope your person wins. I don't even know if I have a side. I'm just like, just whatever. As long as we're still able to function as a society and live and hopefully get along with each other. That's the main thing that I'm concerned about. Is we seem to be sort of divided as a nation. and it shouldn't be that way. We should be banding together. We're Americans. Americans should be together, and you know, I don't know. I don't want to talk politics or talk anything. I don't want to get depressed, so I'll leave that subject alone. But anyway, yeah, Kamala Harris has got a running mate, Tim Walz. I don't know what Tim Walz is. I don't know anything about him, but there you go. And what else? I sent Jake the link to the Temu opening, but I don't see him in the background there. So maybe he's busy with something. But if he shows up, definitely I'm going to add him to the screen here. Is there anyone watching? I'm seeing 3 people. I don't know if one of them is me. But if you're here, speak up. Let me know you're here. I was trying to think if there's anything else going on before I get to the Temu stuff. And it's not a whole lot, but, like I say, I think there's some cool stuff here. It's hot. Yeah. Summertime in Texas. And for the next 10 days, the prediction is for it to be about 105 degrees every single day. And that's not even that heat index stuff. That's just the regular temperatures. 102, 103, 104, 105, that kind of business. And there's someone speaking up here. Jay, what's up? Blair Hathaway. Hey, Blair. Hey, how you doing? I'm doing good. I'm feeling pretty good. I spend most of my time outdoors, walking around, and I like the outdoors and working on these guns, exercising. I do a lot of chin-ups. I got this chin-up bar that this man sent me around last Christmas time. A member of one of the fitness groups I'm a member of, and he just sent it to me, just from Amazon. He just said, you sort of inspired me to lose weight and start taking care of myself, and I want to do something for you. And he sent me this. It was like $125, this chin-up bar, So yeah, I get on the chin-up bar, work on the guns, and do a lot of walking. Walking down to the lake and visiting with my friends Melissa and Tim, or just walking down to the lake and just watching them. The boats go by, and there's this cement picnic table under a big oak tree that I sit down on in the shade and just try to cool off in this Texas heat. But yeah, it's August in Texas, and that's the hottest month in Texas, August. So there you go. And but yeah, Blair, how you doing, Blair? And is there anything else before I finally get to the Temu stuff? I guess not. So I'll just start. And I'll just randomly grab some stuff here and show you what I got. Like I say, it's not a whole lot of stuff, but there's some pretty cool stuff. Blair says, tell us a story about the movie theater. Well, okay, before I start this is a story. I don't know if you remember this story, Blair. I've told this story before, but I don't know if I've told it here on the Being Real. But yeah, when I was a projectionist at the Mahia Theater for about 3 years, let me see, like 84 through 86, 87. I worked there pretty steadily in like 1985. And I think even in 84, when I was a senior in high school, I was working there. It's when I first started working there, if I'm remembering that. Anyway, so a lot of movies, but it was that old single screen Mahia Theater, old 35 millimeter ancient projector that it used these 2 carbon rods that hit together and caught on fire, kind of like a welder's arc, and that was how you lit the movie. And but I probably could sit down at one of them old ancient projectors, and I could probably thread one right now. It's probably like riding a bike. I could just, yeah. But anyway, I was a projectionist at Mahia Theater, and But a story from Bahia Theater. Okay. Uh, I was with my friend Mark. He passed away in 2010. We did a lot of stuff together. We made short films and stuff together. He won awards for a bunch of short films and kind of got me interested in making short films myself. But Mark and I did this series, Chick Cheddar's Tales from the Morgue, that's on archive.org. You can go to archive.org and find Chick Cheddar's Tales from the Morgue and the series that we did for National Public Radio. It was an audio series, kind of a comedic science fiction sort of, you know, Southern Gothic kind of series. Anyway, Mark, I was 18. I don't know if I had graduated yet or I was about to graduate from high school. I graduated in 1984. But I was 18, and at the time, you could buy alcohol at 18 years old. Now, it's like a year later, they changed it to 21. But at the time, I could buy alcohol. And Mark hadn't turned 18 yet. And we were staying at his parents' lake house at Lake Bahia. And we get the big idea, we're going to make strawberry daiquiris. So we go to town, Bahia. Where did we go? Might have been Walmart. I don't know if it was Walmart. Might have been a grocery store, H-E-B. We had a Brookshire Brothers there. And Ben Davis is here. Hey, Ben. Thanks for showing up. But anyway, I'm telling this story about working at Bahia because Blair had asked me for a movie theater story back when I was a projectionist. So anyway, long story short, Mark and I first we go to Wortham, which is a town maybe 30 miles away from Bahia, because Bahia is a dry county. You can buy beer here, but you can't buy hard liquor. So we go to Wortham and get a fifth of vodka. Or I get a fifth of vodka because I can buy alcohol. Ben says he used to be a projectionist too. Cool. So anyway, I buy a fifth of vodka, and then we go to the grocery store, whichever grocery store it was. And remember them frozen, they were round and they were like frozen, kind of like the orange juice that you would buy, these concentrate orange juice, frozen orange, concentrate orange juice things. Well, you can buy daiquiris that way. And we bought strawberry daiquiri mix, this frozen mix. And we went back to the lake house and we made, in a blender there, we made strawberry daiquiris. And we pretty much just poured that whole fifth of vodka into that blender and made strawberry daiquiris. And when you're drinking strawberry daiquiris, it's like drinking a slush, it's like drinking a Sonic slush or something. It's sweet. You barely taste the alcohol. So you can just guzzle that stuff, So I'm full of strawberry daiquiris. I mean, up to my eyes, I'm full of strawberry daiquiris. But I got to work at Bahia Theater. It's a work night. And I think it was like 5 or 6 o'clock. I have to get to Bahia Theater and pick up the film reels and get them upstairs and, make sure that they're, properly positioned, because it has to be upside down, because it gets, changed when it goes through the lens and projector. So if it's not, you have to rewind the reels and get them right. Well, anyway, by the time I get to Bahia Theater, I am slammed. I am hammered on alcohol. I don't think I've ever been as drunk as that in my entire life on strawberry daiquiris. I was ridiculously drunk. I mean, slobbering drunk. Most of that I don't even remember. I remember it happening. I remember little snippets of it. But good Lord, was I drunk. So drunk. Because, like I say, drinking them damn strawberry daiquiris, and they're so sweet, and you can just guzzle them. Oh, my God, was I drunk. So I'm at I go up to the projection booth, and I'm getting the damn reels ready, and I thread the projectors. There's 2 projectors, because, you You start one projector, and like 20 minutes later, you look for the cigarette burn at the top right hand corner of the screen. And when you see the second cigarette burn, you switch over to the second projector. So anyway, I'm threading the damn movie. Well, the movie, by the way, was Return of the Jedi, the third Star Wars movie, Return of the Jedi. And I get the first reel threaded. I get the second reel threaded, and I'm so drunk. Oh my God! Like I say, I think it's the most drunk I've ever been in my entire life. I don't drink anymore, but back then I would indulge a little bit with a beer, cheap wine, and then very occasionally hard liquor. And I'm so drunk, and I start the first reel of Return of the Jedi, and there's a cement floor in the projection booth, and I just lay down on that cement floor, both my arms outstretched like Jesus on the cross, and I'm slobbering drunk. I think I'm drooling, and I'm lying on the floor. Well, hang on. I'll continue the story, but anyway, Ben says I used to work at a 16 screen theater. I would be there all night on Thursdays if we had a high movie turnover. And anyway, Adam says he's cracking up laughing at this shit. Well, oh God. So I'm lying on the floor, and I'm just about passed out, drunk. And I've got the first reel of Return of the Jedi showing on the screen at Mahia Theater. Okay. And I'm just lying there. My friend Mark, he's lying on the floor. I think he is literally passed out. And he's the one driving. I don't drive. He drove us up there. And he's drunk as I am, if not more. So anyway, I'm lying on the floor, just drunk, just about to pass out. And the son of the guy that ran the projection, the theater, Seth Wilson's son, comes up and he's shaking me, Jay. And I'm like, what? I'm so drunk, what? Jay, the movie is upside down. And I'm like, what? It's upside down. And he's pointing out the projection booth at the little screen, at the little window and so I'm staggering to my feet, so fucking drunk. And I look at the little window at the movie screen, and I'm showing Return of the Jedi to a pretty packed theater upside down. Because like I say, you got to check the reels to see if they're upside down, because they have to be upside down because they get reversed when they go through the lens of the projector. Well, apparently I didn't check the reel properly, and it was wrong. It was wrong side up or whatever, and I'm showing Return of the Jedi upside down on the movie screen to a paying crowd. And the damn sound is all garbled, and oh my God. So I go to shut off the projector, and Seth's son says, no, Jay, no. You're drunk. Get your friend and go home. And don't come up here like this again. And oh God, I'm so embarrassed, and I'm so drunk. And the movie is showing upside down, Return of the Jedi. So his son knew how to work the projector, so he's shutting the projector down and getting it all, trying to get it out of the projector to get it fixed. And I'm staggering downstairs from the projection booth. And my boss, Seth Wilson, is down there at the bottom of the stairs. And he goes, well, Jay, you got a little too happy today, didn't you? And oh, yeah, I'm so sorry, drunk. And I'm so drunk. I'm sorry, Seth. And my friend Mark is staggering behind me, And he said, well, Jay, I ain't going to fire you, son, but don't come up here like this again. I promise, Seth. I'm so sorry. And he says, look, I'm thinking about calling your folks to come get you, because I don't know if your friend will be able to take it. Oh, no, Seth, do not. Please do not call my parents. Oh, God. That was just like oh, God, that was the scariest thing in the world, is that the Seth was going to call my parents and tell them that I was drunk at the theater. Please, no. And he said, well, okay, your friend can take you home? Yeah, my friend can take me home. So anyway, Mark got us back home, and I literally passed out. I don't remember anything else from that night. But Mark got us home, or got us to the lake house, and I laid down on the couch in there and just literally just passed out. And don't remember another second of that day until the morning when I woke up with an incredible hangover. But oh my God, getting drunk on strawberry daiquiris and showing the Return of the Jedi upside down at Mahia Theater to a paying crowd, a pretty good sized paying crowd. But I didn't do that again. I didn't show up drunk again, and he let me keep my job. And but anyway, there's my story. Um, but anyway, Adam says, strawberry daiquiris, Jay. I figured you for a straight whiskey man. Nope, nope. I always would mix it with something. Strawberry daiquiris and Jack and Coke, Jack Daniels and Coca-Cola. Those were if it was a mixed drink, I would drink. Those were my two primary mixed drinks. I didn't do it very often. I didn't drink liquor very often. It was usually, if I'm going to drink alcohol, it was usually beer. But I've stopped all that. I don't drink any of that stuff anymore. I don't drink. I don't smoke. I don't have fun. So, but yeah. So anyway, Blair, there's my theater story. And I don't know I've told this story before, so I don't know if you've heard it. But anyway, that's my theater story. But those were good times working at my head theater and saw a bunch of movies and got to see them for free, And I got to go to the, if I wasn't working, I got into the theater for free, But the old beat up projectors and the old beat up Mahia Theater, which is no longer open, they closed in something like 87 or something like that. 89, 9. I mean, it was The Golden Child with Eddie Murphy was the last movie to show at Mahia Theater. So whatever year that was the year that Mahia Theater closed. And we don't have a movie theater anymore. So there you go. Okay. Temu stuff. And the first thing out of the gate, growing up, man, to have one of these and a glass of milk was ambrosia. It was just the best thing in the world. They still make them, and I still buy them occasionally. But anyway, this is a great old-fashioned advertisement, and it's a tin sign. But anyway, moon pie. There you go. And what does it say here? The biggest and best lunch in town. For a nickel, 5 cents is what it used to cost. And this is an old moon pie advertisement. Look out. Moon Pie brand, the original marshmallow sandwich. And for anyone that has never tried a moon pie, well, you got to get you a moon pie. It's like 2 chocolate cookies. They're about that big around. And it's got marshmallow in the center. And it's coated with a chocolate. I like the chocolate ones. There's like vanilla ones and like banana flavored. There's different flavors. But I always like the original chocolate moon pies. But yeah. Show that again. Moon pie. And this is an old advertisement, and it's a metal sign, tin sign. Yeah. Let's see. Blair says you should have a whole show just about the theater. You're a great storyteller. Well, thank you, Blair. Yeah, that might be a subject for a show. Like I say, I don't really like doing these shows by myself. I mean, of course, I'm by myself now, and I did the Twilight Zone by myself. But I usually like to have someone on here with me. But we'll see. That is a good idea, though. Maybe to do one about working at the theater. Okay. What do we got next? Let's see what this is. All right. Let's see here. I think this is a canvas sign. And it's got some tape here. So hang on. 2001, A Space Odyssey. Stanley Kubrick. Great, great movie. Very, it really sort of just takes you to another world, particularly the ending of it is very, it's like an acid trip, the ending to 2001, A Space Odyssey. But just a great movie. Stanley Kubrick, of course, directed The Shining and a lot of great movies. Doctor Strangelove. Um, yeah. Uh, uh, but anyway, 2001 A Space Odyssey. And this is a poster for that. Yeah. And it's a canvas poster. Made out of sort of kind of like a cloth material. They're really nice. But anyway, yeah. 2001 A Space Odyssey. So there you go. Hang on. All right. Okay. Let's see. I like these little tubes. Yeah. All right. And probably my favorite Radiohead. I love Radiohead, but Kid A. Yeah. This is their album Kid A. Radiohead. And that's probably my favorite Radiohead album. I love pretty much all their stuff. But Kid A, I think, is just, it's spacey and weird and great, and just everything about it. I love everything about it. But I love Radiohead in general. So it's hard to pick a favorite, but okay. When I was going to North Texas State University, and the year later it became the University of North Texas. And it's in a town near Dallas called Denton. And they had a 4-screen theater there. I saw a bunch of movies there back when I was going to college. Saw The Fly, David Cronenberg's The Fly. I saw Little Shop of Horrors. Oh gosh. Anyway, I saw a lot of movies there. But they kept one screen with one movie they would air every Saturday night at midnight. The Rocky Horror Picture Show. I love this movie. I know every song by heart. I could sing the whole, I'm not going to do it, but I could sing the whole soundtrack to you right now. Of course, the Time Warp, and Sweet Transvestite and all that. Of course, Tim Curry as Frankenfurter. Yeah. But anyway, Rocky Horror Picture Show. So, and give yourself over to absolute pleasure, it says. But anyway, yeah. And it's a 10, it's another metal sign, 10 sign. Rocky Horror Picture Show. Probably the movie that defined the cult movie. It was the first, I guess, really big cult film where people would, they made up their own dialogue to say to the screen when the actors would talk, and bring props, pieces of toast and newspapers to put over your head, and you have squirt guns to shoot water and that sort of thing. Yeah. Rocky Horror Picture Show. Cool. Okay. All right. And sorry, my phone made a racket. My favorite movie of all time. It's not necessarily the best movie ever made. Not the most important movie ever made. There's better movies, probably, I don't know what more classic films, whatever. But there's no film that I have seen more than this, and there's no film that I enjoy watching more than And I've got a Jaws poster, but it just says Jaws, and it's got the girl swimming at the top, like here. Says here, she was the first. She was the first. But this is one of them, what they did, of course, they did hundreds of posters for Jaws back then. But this is one of the movie posters, and it's got the characters in it, And of course, who directed it? Steven Spielberg, of course, and produced it and all that. And but anyway, it's a movie poster for Jaws, and it's a metal sign, tin sign. Cool, 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 cool. And it's my favorite movie of all time. There's lots of movies that I love, but this is my favorite, and always will be. Yep, 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 yep. Okay, and growing up, thinking about the sodas that I liked. Uh, I would drink Coca Cola, but I always found Coca Cola to be too sweet. And it just didn't have much personality to it. Well, my dad ran the marina down there at the lake and then built this little store building by the house here. And he would sell soft drinks, sell groceries, that kind of thing. So I drank a lot of Coca Cola. And one of the things to do with Coca Cola was to get a little bag of peanuts, Planters peanuts. You can buy these little bags of them. I guess you can still get them. And open up a bottle of Coca-Cola, the old glass bottles, and pour the peanuts into the Coca-Cola, and drank the Coca-Cola with peanuts in it. And it's the salt would mix with the Coca-Cola and make it fizz up. And you would drink Coca-Cola and eat peanuts. And it was just I don't know, that may sound weird to some people, but man, I grew up doing it. But everyone I knew they would do that. Pour peanuts in Coca-Cola. So does anyone remember doing that? And we got somebody else talking here. Lynn Coffee says his house looks like a Killer Plus. I'm not quite understanding that, Lynn. So, what do you mean? What do you mean my house looks like a Killer Plus? But the soft drinks I like Pepsi, Shasta, like it was like strawberry Shasta or something like that. Different drinks. But one of my favorite drinks, RC Cola. Yeah. Royal Crown Cola. Yeah. And this is an old advertisement, and it looks all beat up and scratched. Like it's an old sign that's been out in the weather and beat up and stuff. Of course, it's faked. It's not really like that. But it's cool. An old RC Cola sign. It looks like an old beat up RC Cola sign. And it's a metal sign. But yeah, RC Cola. Cool, 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 cool. Isn't that cool? Yeah. Looking forward to hanging these up. Okay, I've got some clothes-related items, but let me go ahead and open up the last of the movie-related stuff or whatever. And this, I was kind of hoping maybe Jake was going to join me because I'm thinking of maybe putting him a little package together of just some little items that might be a month or more before I would send it to him, but just little things, odds and ends, and I think he would find cool. And there's some stuff in here I think is cool that he might enjoy. Stuff I want to keep, but there's some things that I really don't want that I think he might find cool. So we'll see. But anyway, they're canvas posters, but they're small. Well, relatively small. And here's first, it's It. And this is the more recent It. Yeah. You'll Float Too, it says. It. And then, like I say, it's made out of that sort of canvas material. Yeah. It. And this is cool. A Nightmare on Elm Street, but it looks like a comic book. I don't know if this was an actual comic book. It was 75 cents, but it's a comic book, and it says at the bottom, in this issue, Dream Warriors. But anyway, isn't that cool? It's Nightmare on Elm Street, and it looks like a comic book. And maybe this was an actual comic book. I don't know. But anyway, it's really cool. Yeah. Uh, that I want the It. I would give away. I don't know if Jake would want that. Uh, but I like the Nightmare on Elm Street. Here is, oh gosh, I've spoken a lot about this. I finally last year watched all of the Halloween sequels. I have been avoiding them a whole lot because I love the original Halloween, but I never really wanted to see Michael Myers return. I just didn't think he would be a very interesting franchise character that keeps coming back and coming back and coming back. Because it's just a guy in a William Shatner mask with a knife, big deal. So I always avoided all the Halloween sequels. I never saw any of them until last year, and I finally watched them. And there were some that I thought were okay. I was entertained mildly by some of them, but there's none of them I want to see again. None of them. I love the original Halloween. That's a classic. But everyone well, not everyone, but a lot of people I know just love the Halloween movies. They think they're just the greatest thing in the world, but I don't. But anyway, here's a poster for one of them, and if Jake wants it, he can have it. And this is Halloween, The Curse of Michael Myers. Yeah. Yep. Yep. You want this, Jake? I don't know if you're watching or not, but anyway, you can have it if you want it. I like to put you a little package together. Okay, what else we got? Hey, this is kind of cool. Tales from the Crypt. Here's the Crypt Keeper. Tales from the Crypt. I would probably give this up too, though. Like I say, if Jake wants it. It's still kind of cool, though. Tales from the Crypt. Yep. All right. Well, this one I want, because I love this movie. This probably has wound up being my favorite horror movie. I'll watch this movie sometimes 2 or 3 times a year. John Carpenter's The Thing. I've got a... There goes the phone again. I've got a Thing poster, canvas poster hanging up. But I'll put this up too. Cool. The Thing. Yeah, this I like. I'm keeping this. All right, got a couple of. We got 3 more. Here's another one that Jake can have if he wants it. Well, I don't know, because this is from the original, so I don't know. I might keep this. Halloween. Kind of artwork, not really I don't know if this was a poster or not, but it's just, yeah. There's Michael Myers with his knife, with his trusty knife. Halloween. Cool. Okay. Now this one I want, because I think I was working at the theater and showed this myself at the Maya Theater. I always loved this one. And if you go to the Dead Pit YouTube page, Dead Pit, and search my name and search Ted White, you'll see the interview I did with Ted White. And Ted White was an old man. He's old school. He died a few years ago, passed away. But Ted White, man, he used to be a John Wayne stunt double. He did a bunch of old films. But anyway, he played Jason in Halloween. Friday the 13th, the final chapter, which of course was not the final chapter. But that's what it was called at the time. And Ted White played Jason in this. But anyway, go look up my interview with Ted White, because it's real nice. Because he basically says, look, I didn't give a damn about Friday the 13th. I only gave a damn about the money I was going to make. He was real honest about that, but he was so cool to me. But yeah, that one I'll keep. And here's the last one, and I'll probably keep this one too. I think this movie it's more of a comedy. The first movie is one of the best horror movies ever made. And the sequel, Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2, it's more of a comedy. It's kind of real over the top. Got Dennis Hopper in it acting the fool. It's a fun movie. kind of silly, but I enjoy it. Yeah. So I think I'll keep this one too. Yeah. Cool, cool, cool. Okay. Now, clothes. Now we'll get to some clothes. And probably not going to put any of this on. I'm just going to show it off. Because the back, I used to always put the clothes on, but I don't think I'll do that. Even the underwear I would put on, but I don't think I'm going to do that now. But anyway, I got a pair of shorts that are designed like this, and I think this would be cool to go with the shorts. And like I say, I like to wear a button shirt usually when I do the Being Real shows. But this is just me opening Temu stuff. So this isn't, I guess you would call a proper Being Real show. We usually have a subject. We talk about movies or whatever. And hopefully I get people to join me. But anyway, it's a button shirt. And hang on. I want to back up, but I got a basket in the way here. Okay. But anyway, it's a button shirt. And it says bang, pow, boom. Crash. Things like that. Yeah. What's with this? Oops. But anyway, yeah, it bang, pow, zoom, and things like that. Isn't that cool? But it's a button shirt. So, yeah. Yeah. And I've got some shorts that are like that I showed in a previous video. And let's see. And here's some more, here's some shorts. And that's weird. It's got skulls and like monsters and stuff. You see that? That's weird. Yeah, I just thought it looked weird, and I thought, and being summertime, I wear shorts. Wearing shorts now, wearing red shorts. Yeah. But anyway, shorts. We have skulls, and it looks like some kind of like a mutated pumpkin or something. Kind of a Halloween theme shorts, but I'll just wear them anytime. But yeah, shorts. Yep. Okay. And last thing, and I'm really not going to put these on but I've made videos where I have done this. I have put these on, or things like this on. But these are pretty small, and I would be kind of showing my junk and stuff. I shouldn't be showing my junk to you. I have done that accidentally. Not actually showing the actual flesh, but you can see the outline. You can tell I'm circumcised. I won't do that to you now. But anyway, it's some more. They're boxer briefs, but they're doing that kind of boom. What is it? Boom! Ouch! Yeah. Whoosh! Wow! Yeah, there you go. They're boxer briefs, and they're not very big boxer briefs. They would be something to wear to be comfortable in this hot summer weather. But I would cover myself up. Yeah, boxer briefs and boom and stuff like that. Yeah. And let's see. And then here's another pair, but I thought there was 3 pair, but I guess it's 2 pair. But anyway, a different color, but you can see up there at the top. Boom, boom, and then what is it? I think there's ouch and wow, and I think there's a splash on here and ouch. Anyway, there you go. Boxer briefs, underwear. Yeah. But I ain't going to put them on. I have done that. and I apologize for folks that had watched me do that. A little too revealing. Not that I have anything much to reveal, but what little I had was revealed underneath the cloth, like I say. But still, it was a little too much. So there you go. But all right, there's my stuff, my Temu stuff. Like I say, not as big of a package as last time, but still some cool stuff. And who is that? Sam Crow. Sam Crow goes, "Hey Jay, hey Sam Crow, hey sir, how you doing?" Um, and we'll hang around a little longer. You know, I've got on my end it's 3:46. I might go to say 4 o'clock. If there's still some people here that they would want to say something. If you have a question, ask me. If you have something to tell me, tell me. Um, and please, as I always say, please give us a thumbs up. If you're watching and enjoying what you see, please give us a thumbs up. Uh, Hopefully get some new people joining the channel. I've got a few people the last week or so. I've got a few people joining the channel. But anyway, please hit that thumbs up because that helps folks see the shows, the Being Real shows, and want to get as many as folks as possible to watch what we're doing and hopefully enjoy what we're doing. And I'm not sure what the next show will be, the next proper show of Being Real. I'm going to give that some thought because we're usually talking about movies and directors and stuff, and I still would like to do a watch along. So I need to talk to Jake and find out what day he would be available or what evening he would be available because I don't want to do it by myself. And it's fun to have Jake, joining me on these shows and do a movie watch along. I've got a few movies in mind. I stream everything right now because the TV that I'm watching, I can't get stuff that's inputted like a DVD won't work. I got a new TV in the box that the insurance people sent me or whatever but I still haven't. I've had that damn thing like a month and I still haven't taken it out of the box because this TV still shows all the streaming stuff, and I've got Disney Plus and Netflix and Hulu. And of course, it's Tubi and all that. So, Amazon. I've got the Amazon channel, Amazon Prime. So, but yeah, I want to do a movie. That might be. Pardon me. The next thing we do is a movie watch along, and it would probably be in the evening around 7 o'clock my time. In Eastern time, it'd be 8 o'clock. So we'll see. I'll give that some thought. If anyone out there has some ideas on subjects that we could cover, what was it? Blair says that maybe talk about me working at the Maya Theater. That would be a subject, and that's something I'll definitely consider. But yeah, if you have any ideas, please let me know. And as I always say, anybody that might want to join me live on any of these shows, please let me know because I don't like doing these by myself. I like to have someone on here with me to, talk back and forth with. It was my sister, Kathy. She's not joining me for some time. It's nothing major. It's family issues, I guess you would say. I love my sister. I'll always love her. And, things happen, life goes on. But anyone that might want to join me on these shows, please let me know and I can send you the links when I set a show up. I can send you the link to join me live. Because very often it's Jake, the horror movie geek, Jake Patton, Eye for Horror. He often joins us. Love having him on. He's got his own channel where he interviews, people that's done movies and stuff. And he often joins our show, Being Real. So it's always great to have him on. But anyone else that may want to join me, let me know. And let's see. Sam Crow says, thoughts on the Twilight Zone episode about the wax mannequins? of serial killers that guy becomes obsessed with. I always love that episode. Yeah, 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 yeah. I've been watching Twilight Zone lately on the. It's Freevee. It's an Amazon channel sort of branch called Freevee, and it has ads, kind of like Tubi. There's ads, but there's not a whole lot of ads. But I've been watching old Twilight Zone episodes. That's what I've been watching lately. So I've been watching a bunch of stuff. I haven't seen that episode yet recently. I've seen it, but I haven't seen it recently. But that is a great episode. Yeah, yeah, um, yeah. Uh, and after giving it some thought, and you see, you go and watch my Twilight Zone show that I did recently. I've decided that's my favorite TV show, The Twilight Zone. There's lots that I love, but that's my favorite, The Twilight Zone. I love the Night Gallery and Alfred Hitchcock Presents, and a lot of recent stuff, and Stranger Things. I love, but Twilight Zone is probably my favorite show, just of all time. Yeah. But yeah, if anyone else, it's 3:51. Let's go on till 4:00 my time. So I got 9 more minutes. And anything else that you guys want to tell me or ask me, and we'll just hang out a little bit longer. Showed you my Temu stuff, and anxious to hang up the new stuff I got. Find places to hang them up. And yeah, cool. I don't know. What else? Let me get a drink of water. Hang on. Ooh, goodness. Okay. With all the exercising I do, working on these here, working on the guns, you got to hydrate in Texas during the summertime. When it's 105, 110 degrees outside, you got to hydrate. So, yeah. And Sam Crow says Twilight Zone is one of those shows where there was never a bad season. There was brilliant episodes all throughout it. Yes, sir. And I'll tell you about that. Speaking of that, they went through phases, the Twilight Zone, where the only thing I would compare the Twilight Zone to is the Twilight Zone. That there's shows definitely that were better than others, but pretty much, and particularly during that time, the Twilight Zone was better than anything else that was on TV at the time. That even though in the Twilight Zone, there's some that are lower on the rung that aren't as good as other shows, but I don't think I've ever seen a bad episode of the Twilight Zone. I have definitely seen episodes that I would put lower on the rung, so to speak, and definitely ones that I'd rate higher. And if you go and watch my Twilight Zone show, I talk about most of my favorites, but I don't think I ever saw a bad episode of the Twilight Zone. But they went through these phases. What was it? Season 4, I think. They went to an hour-long episodes. And there's some really good ones in that season, but the Twilight Zone worked best as a 30-minute show, because that was the signature of the Twilight Zone. You started off with this really great idea, and then you told this little story, and then you had this twist at the end. And 30 minutes was the perfect way to tell those stories. And Rod Serling, I've got the old book. Hang on. Twilight Zone Companion. Twilight Zone Companion. And it's got a bunch. It's got all the episodes. It's got It's got the Rod Serling's opening and closing narrations. Yeah, and it's got like interviews they did with Rod Serling, but anyway, when they went to an hour long, you have actually Rod Serling saying himself, that was a bad idea. Twilight Zone never should have been an hour long. It was too long. Uh, it dragged out the story too much. The Twilight Zone was a perfect show for 30 minutes. It just, a tight little story that had that twist, that signature Twilight Zone twist at the end. And 30 minutes was perfect for that. But an hour was just too long. Now, there are some really good hour-long shows. But even though that, I watched, what was it, a miniature with Robert Duvall last night. I watched that. That was one of the hour-long shows where this guy is obsessed with he sees these miniature display in a museum, and it's got a little house, and it's got these little, but anyway, he sees this little woman, but she's alive to him, this little woman, and he falls in love with her, but she's a little miniature woman, but no one else sees the woman. They just see the doll, but he sees her as a living person, miniature. And it was one of the hour-long episodes, and it's Robert Duvall, one of the best actors ever, Robert Duvall. But that's a great episode, and it's an hour long. And they did some really good hour-long shows. But it worked much better as 30 minutes. And it went back to 30 minutes after that season, in the final season, I think. And then there was one season, it was shot on videotape. And those don't look as good. It don't have that film look. It looks like videotape, black and white. It's all black and white. But that was just one season, though. But there's some great episodes, too. Like I say, I would only compare the Twilight Zone to the Twilight Zone. There's some better than others, but they're all good to me. And some classic. So, and Sam Crow asked me, "Are you a fan of Twilight Zone movie?" I think they did the creature on the wing of the plane better than in terms of its look. Yes, I like the movie quite a bit, and that's my favorite segment of the movie is Nightmare at 50,000 feet. That is great, a great way to close the movie. And the creature they did much better than in the actual Twilight Zone episode, which I love, with William Shatner. A great episode, a classic episode, but that creature looks like a guy in a bear suit with a cheap, mask. Well, William Tuttle, I think, did the makeup. That's the only thing that doesn't look very good is the actual creature, but that episode is a classic. I love the episode. But the movie version is much better. Much better. The creature looks much better, and but I like the movie quite a bit. Some segments are better than others. They have the kick the can. Spielberg directed the kick the can thing, and Joe Dante did the kid that has the superpowers. Joe Dante directed that, and anyway, I like the Twilight Zone movie. I enjoy it. I watched it here recently. Yeah. Want to see something really scary? Yeah. Dan Aykroyd. But okay. I guess I'll kind of wind this up. This has been a good one. We had some folks visiting and asking me about I got to tell my theater story again. And so that wasn't just all about the Temu. I'm getting to visit with you guys and really enjoyed that. And once again, you give us a thumbs up, please, and spread the word about this show. Hopefully get more people watching and keep building Being Real and getting more people hopefully enjoying this show. And but yeah, I guess it's 4:00 my time. I guess I'll close this up. And hang on. Sam Crow says, "See you later, Jay. Always enjoyed these Temu haul videos. Thank you, sir." Thank you. And I'm kind of going to slow down a little bit on Temu. I've got a few small packages coming. I don't know if I'll do a show about them because they're just like, was a pair of shorts and, no, it isn't anything really cool like the movie posters and stuff, the stuff I've got coming. But I'm going to kind of slow down on Temu because I used to spend about $35 at a time. And I need to kind of slow down, see how my money's doing, pay my bills and stuff. But I'll put stuff in the shopping cart, but thank you, Sam Pro. Um, yeah, I enjoy doing this, and but yeah, going to sign off and kind of clean up here. I'm not going to hang my stuff up right now. I'm going to go out and work on the gun some more. Want to do some more exercising. I do a lot of that, and a lot of that is just killing time because I'm so hyperactive. That seems to be the best way to kill time is just exercising, walking, and stuff like that. So, okay, guys, thank you everybody for joining me. Let me see. Let me go down the list. Blair Hathaway, Ben Davis, Adam. It says Adam. I'm not sure who this is, but Adam. Thank you, sir. Lynn Coffee, who I don't know if she likes me or not, but Lynn Coffee had one comment. Sam Crow, yeah. Thank you, everybody, for showing up and visiting. And we will see you guys soon, I hope. And y'all take care and hydrate and take care of yourselves. Bye bye.